What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. This is episode 69. Episode 69
Hey,
in the building. I'm your host, Mr. Christian _CFS, and here's your co-host, Mr. K Camp. How you doing, Mr. K Camp?
I am doing well. What up? What up? What up? Shalom, I Kim to my good people, and shalom, Al Kim to my bad people. May you get some peace in your life so you can become good. Because why we need good people in this world? We do peace.
But peace, love, and happiness in this world. That's what we're trying to get. And even if you are having a bad day, hey, realize, man, you are able to listen to this podcast, man. Could be somewhere else, but you're able to listen.
Right. I hope we can entertain you.
Oh, it's gonna be some entertainment coming on, and we're just gonna go straight into the nitty gritty, man. We're gonna start off with a strategy focus, get y'all nice, good, and ready. We're gonna talk about late season surges, targeting players who thrive in November/December. And then the first guy I'm gonna start off gate is the guy who is a league winner. I'm putting it down because we've already seen it happen, and now he's on a new uniform. And I gotta go with my boy Derrick Henry, King.
You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris. Powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
Henry.
Oh yeah.
We talking about league winners. Yes, some of y'all is probably saying yes. We already know that, but I'm pretty much bringing it up because your boy is salty. I'm salty like a bag of like no. I'm salty like some daggone ramen noodles. That's how salty I am.
Why are you salty?
Because your boy is supposed to get King Henry up in our league, and then your boy was working. He was on the he was working. I'll say that, and then I get a response back. Oh, my bad. I ain't know you was still working. I was like, man, we could have did the deal.
You didn't have enough. You had enough assets, did you?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, well, I guess you did. Is it what you going to give up?
Oh, yeah, I had a whole bunch of assets, and now we just over here. But that is one person that I'm thinking about a light surge push that could thrive during November and December. Do you have somebody off the top of your head?
I was looking at the Cincinnati Bengals schedule. They have the Chargers this week, but I think after this week they have like 4 cupcake-ish games. That's why I was hoping they beat Baltimore. I want them in the playoffs. I think it's better when they're in the playoffs in real life. But and also I got Joe Burrow for 25 for MVP. If he had on a run, oh my god! But here or there, he is like. Look at the Bengals schedule. Right
Okay.
there.
Well, while you're looking at the Bengals, this is another one that is not about the schedule. It's just the feeling that I'm having. I think these two coming in, and you did say something up in the chat, I think maybe about a couple weeks ago, or it might have been earlier last week. I think Russell Wilson and then George Pickens are going to be a late surge towards the end of the season. And I don't care who they're playing up against. I just have a feeling in my gut that they're going to be a late surge, especially since we starting to see Russell cook like how he used to cook back in the day. And with him cooking, you know how he used to have his special wide receiver always lightening up. And I think that is Mr. George Pickens. So I know he just dropped 20 points, but I don't know if you're going to be able to get him. But if you can put him in there, like squeeze him in there up in the trade, I think he'll be a nice figure for you, especially if they plan on having Russell back there next year. But towards the end of the season, I think Russell will be a nice little guy. Like if you're not trying to get that many points, but if you're trying to bang for your buck, I'm definitely going after George Pickens as like a wide receiver.
Yeah, it is touchdown prop. So the Bengals they have the Chargers, You got the Steelers. But after that, they have the Cowboys, the Titans, the Browns, and the Broncos. I think those are favorable matchups. And that's week. Yeah, bye week 7. Okay, got the Chargers. So that's what? 11, right? 11, 12, 13. So weeks 14, 15, 16, and 17. Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos. As it's a cupcake schedule, but it's a fairly easy schedule. And if you got Jamar Chase, I told y'all he was going to be wide receiver 1 this year. Leading the league is wide receiver 1 for fantasy. Book him. Hopefully they're in playoff contention. It'll be tough though. They lose too many close games, man. Too many close games they should be winning. So I'm annoyed. Other than that, somebody else, man.
Oh well, we can also talk about another league winner. So I'm just pretty much just going down from like my QB. I'm also think Baker Mayfield and then Kate Auden is going to be like a league winner. So I think those two are going to be league winners right there. And Baker does have a nice little easy schedule coming up the remainder of the season. I will say, since I did go wide receiver, then did a tight end, I think a defense that has a pretty decent schedule, which I don't think a lot of people are looking at because maybe they're just not appealing. But the Washington Commanders, like I think they're going I think they're going to actually do a little something up in the playoff time, like if you can actually get that defense.
The Commanders defense?
Yep. The Commanders defense.
So Jamar Chase. That's pretty good.
Yep. You got Chase. You got.
He's strength of schedule. Pretty good. Kenneth Walker. I'm not seeing Kenneth Walker. Let me look at their schedule real quick. Because he's saying their strength of schedule is like a 2. If it's like a 2,
now, if you want me, now we got to save some of the rest of this stuff. So this is just people, just targets that we think. Then, like the next fantasy question of the week is going to end up being, who are the players that will win you a dynasty championship? So probably the king is probably up on one of them, but.
Yeah, I don't like this. I must be reading that wrong. I should read that backwards then. Because it had strength of schedule as a 2-star, but maybe that's in reverse. So if that's in reverse, let me look at the Falcons because they saying Bijan strength of schedule is 5 stars. So that means it's weaker. Week 12, Atlanta. Okay, that's what it's saying. So Atlanta. So what we got? This is week 11 coming up, right? The Broncos.
Yep.
12. They're by week 13. The Chargers 14. The Vikings. Playoff start what? 15, right?
Week 15.
Yep. So they got the Raiders, the Giants, and the Commanders. I think it's a favorable schedule for running back. Commanders might be a little tough, but definitely the Raiders and the Giants. And they play it. So you can play if you have Bijan, you have Commanders, him a championship game. So with that being said, looking at that, the rest of the season,
he's just rattling off his team, y'all, everybody.
My bad. No, not just his team.
He just rattling off all the other players off his team.
Jameer Gibbs has a 5-star schedule. Greg London has 4 stars. Christian McCaffrey, get him healthy. Alvin Kamara, he has 5 stars for the schedule. This is just on the playoffs between 15, 16, and 17. So Josh Jacobs has now I'm talking about my players now. I'm liking that. Okay. David Montgomery, we said that. James Conner, Arizona has a pretty good favorable strength of schedule in the playoff. Jalen Hurts, 4-star. I'm going to everybody who's 4 stars or 5 stars. Bijan Robinson Jr. Yeah. Cade Otton, to your point, Cade Otton. He has a real good one. He has 4 stars. Okay.
All right. Sorry for the co-host. Everybody rambling on, man. We gonna we gonna go to the next segment, fantasy question of the week. Which this is some of the players who he could have just threw out there again, but he ain't do it. Who are the players that will win you a dynasty championship? And let's just go on and reiterate what he just said before.
Running backs.
Yep.
Bijan
Let's go to
Robinson. Saquon, 4 stars. So if I say 5 stars, that's the best. Search the schedule for playoffs. Saquon Barkley's 4 stars. Bijan Robinson's 5 stars. Jameer Gibbs is 5 stars. Malik Neighbors says 4 stars. Drake London says 4 stars. Kamara says 5 stars. Christian 4 stars. Josh Jacobs. Aaron Jones hurt though. Aaron Jones, Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, both 4 stars. James Conner's a 5-star. David Montgomery's 5-star. Obviously, here he is. Who's the top 50? Brian Robinson Jr. 4 stars. And last 2, Jalen Hurts and Cade Otton.
Okay. So y'all heard it right here. Who are some players that will win you a dynasty championship? He just rattled off about 50 million of them. And I'm going to give you some of mine that I think. I don't think he gonna trade me this player once I say this, but we'll see. Like he did talk about James Conner. I think Alexander Madison will also be a good key piece. Then on top of that, Mr. Chuba Hubbard. I think he's a league winner as well. I also got Mr. J.K. Dobbins. Let's go in and go to a land of the living, the wide receivers. If this quarterback finds something, I think this wide receiver would be able to do his thing, and that is Mr. DJ Moore. But we don't know what Caleb Williams is doing out there. He is not getting him the ball like he should. We talked about him getting it last year, but now we're talking about November to December. So we are thinking we're putting this out there in front of everybody so they all know what's about to happen. We're trying to speak this into existence. Caleb, you didn't have your rookie season. That's from week 1 all the way to week 8. And it took you a little bit longer. So we had to go to week 10 now. It's week 11, dog. We need you to wake up. We need to get your number 1 receiver the ball.
I don't think it's his fault. You don't think it's his fault.
I think it's
his fault. You know I don't like Shane Waldron. You know I don't like Shane Waldron. Him, Luke Getty. Yeah. I don't think it's his fault. I mean, Caleb's not being the best, but it's not his fault.
Okay, so we ain't gonna go down that road.
You saw what happened. It had Luke Getty last year. Yeah, it's not his fault. I don't think he needs. And from what I heard, that Chicago, they're not going to fire the head coach. I think they might clean house again. This is week 10 talking. We're not going to fire our head coach. Maybe that was saying that he can make it to the end of the season. But what last I heard, that they're not going to fire the head coach. What's his name? Eberflus.
Well, he should have been fired a long time ago, though.
As I understood it, coming to this season, they were like, okay, bro, we're going to give you 1 year. We're gonna let you pick your staff. I think he picked Shane Waldron. He picked his staff. This was his make it or break it year.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna make it. So
I'm hoping they don't fire the GM. I tell you that, because that dude up there is cooking. That dude is right. He is cooking. That dude cooking up there.
I don't want to fire him either. They need to get an offensive coach.
I think they have shown right now that depending on what you have in your system, you do not need an offensive-minded head coach.
Y'all keep saying that? Well, okay. That means I have a hell of a OC. See what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah, but you also gotta be if you're gonna go down that route, just know you gotta have a guy up in the wings that's gonna be able to take on the realm of once he gets yanked from your team.
How many Ben Johnsons out there? Right? You got.
No. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because just think about it. Like everybody went for this whole OC, like young OC, but how many of them out there are actually doing something in this second round? It ain't that really, and it's not that many.
What do you mean doing something in the second round? What do you mean?
Like, so, the first round last year, like the year before, like everybody wanted to go heavy offensive coordinators for like the head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them actually did really well in their first year?
I can't think. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
I am too.
Who went out there?
I can't remember, dog.
I mean, but you were saying that you don't. I'm an advocate of like get you a hell of an offensive head coach. That's me. But you just said like you don't necessarily need that.
No, that's why I said I would do it depends on like how the team is. Like I think the Bears is more for defensive minded head coach. And then you just bring in a nice sort of like what they did with up in Washington. They got an experienced head coach, which in Dan Quinn, who I really think he's doing something up there. No, he's just actually being the CEO and letting his team run the way he should. And he's letting what's the name, Cook up on as the OC, because I don't think he's going to ever get a head coaching job again.
You know?
I don't think he would want to. Like he get.
I think he's better as an OC. I agree. But to your point though, okay. Let me say this. So I'm cool with a defensive head coach if I got a hell of an OC.
Mm-hmm.
But also to your other point, be prepared 2 years, OC to go get a head coaching job. Then what? We'll find another one.
Well, no, that's why I said you got to make sure. So whenever you do hire your actual OC, you need to have that guy, like that other guy up in the wings, like learning from him. So whenever he does, like
the quarterback coach,
yeah, so he'll be taking over for him.
I got you. Yeah, a lot to learn in 2 years, but yeah, okay. That's the way to do it. That's the way to build a pipeline, build a system.
Mm-hmm. And the prime example who's been building pipelines is the 49ers. Like they just building defensive pipelines. Minority coach, like that's pretty much what that's what I would do. Have minority nothing against anything, but I'm trying to play the actual NFL. They said I get 2 third-round picks if a minority coach gets selected. I'll take that every year, and I'll just keep that pipeline going through. So that's 2 extra picks every year that I could trade up into the second round to get a better asset if I want to, every single year.
So, yeah. But to the Bears' point, it's the OC, man.
Okay. Everybody, I know we went up on a tangent right there. We ain't going to hold y'all to it. We actually just going to go right straight to the next topic. And this is CGP news. We can go on and just let it up. It was some good games. It was some really good games out there. One game that I was shocked about because I thought the Chiefs was about to be 8-1, but out of nowhere they blocked that kick, and I was like, "Ain't no way!" I got my boys over here. They're like, "Daddy, what happened?" I was like, "Come here, sons. This is a teaching moment right here. This is why you never give up, whatever you playing." And blocked that kick, and now they are 9-0.
9-0. But they the other team covered. So the Sharks were on. So get a little bit of betting advice. Do not pick Pat Mahomes as a big favorite. Right? I think the line was -7.5. That's a big favorite. Pat Mahomes is like -3, -2.5. He'll cover. A big favorite, you bet the other team. The plus 7. I'm betting to win, but the plus 7. You'll cover. So
okay. He's teaching y'all some advice out there. We do have to say welcome back to CMC this week. He did decent, especially for him getting a little bit of the rust off. Hopefully they keep him healthy for the remainder of the season, and hopefully he does stay healthy. Another person, I know the injuries, and then you can take it over after this. Mr. Aaron Jones, I don't know what he ended up getting, but I did see was like an ankle or something like that.
Was it an ankle? I thought it was a hip. He was carted off. I do know that. So
yeah, I can't remember.
Bless you. This is not. I need.
But There's another person that was carted off the field. Prayers up to Chris Olave. He did end up going up on the IR, and I know they was talking about, I think, saying that he might end up calling it a career with all those concussions that he's had. So prayers up to him.
Prayers up to him. Oh my God, concussion. Oh Jesus. Okay. Dr. Kincaid did not return versus the Colts. I think he's day to day. Carolina Panthers running back was ruled out against the Giants. I think they carted off in the second quarter with a foot ankle injury. Tight end Ian Thomas was also ruled out with a calf injury. I ain't sure who that is. Dak Prescott, a specialist. I heard somebody say that his hamstring got torn off the bone. Lord have mercy.
Should never paid him.
I mean, they had no choice though. What you gonna do? They had no choice. I mean,
Shador.
They still might be able to get Shador, but they're not. If they paid him, they can't get him financially. They can't, or not. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they're
not going to get Shador. Now, I'm saying they might have a top 5 pick. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sam Laporta has a shoulder strain.
Yep.
He could miss a week. We got Tank Bigsby ankle did not return versus the Vikings. The offensive, New York Jets don't care. Okay, quarterback Tristan Wirfs. I know he's not offensive player. He's he's one of the best left tackles in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He had ACL sprain, and I think that's all I have. Oh, thank God! Injuries are slowing down. Man, can't do nothing, but we are thankful that the injuries are slowing down. We want everybody out there to have a nice, healthy fantasy season for the remainder of the year. Yes, no more injuries.
And we're gonna throw a little curveball. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It is time for the son of segment. And for you do not know, this is the point where if you ever just sat back and watched football or like your fantasy team and you just had to be like, did that really just happen? Or like son of and y'all can fill in the blank. Yeah, we can hit a little beep or you can do whatever. But you know, man, we zig when dag when other people zag. So let's go on and get into the son of segment. Name me a moment that had you feeling like that son of moment.
Watching Jared Goff throw 5 interceptions. What the F are you doing? I might even be saying WTF. What the F? What are you do? What the fudge rucker? What are you doing, man? I was like, Jared, you trying to win the game? It was like he trying to win the game. They were only down like 10. So he was trying to win the game off one throw. Bro, it's the third quarter. Dink and dunk. Whatever, run dig route. Get the touchdown. I only down 3. You got a whole quarter left. What are you doing? Yeah, he had 5 WTF moments yesterday. 5 son of a moments yesterday. And it was horrible. I don't know how they won.
I don't either. They shouldn't have won. They was talking about Houston like being frauds. Like frauds have been a Richard Rodgers sweater.
And I can tell you that Bobby Slowick's stock is dropping. That I can tell you. Now I know he need now. So now it's like, okay, did you make Nico or did Nico make you? Because Nico ain't been there. Now I don't know who they play next week, but they come out next week and they firing and looking better. I'm like, okay.
Hey man,
I know you lost that. I understand that you lost more wide receiver, but hey.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's just something. We're gonna see if they can pull it off, but
what's the name of the team? Houston. They play Dallas. They play Dallas next Monday.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
The Battle of Texas.
They need to flex that.
Nah, they don't need to flex that.
They need to flex that. Screw the Cowboys. They don't deserve no prime time. They need to flex that. Put in Kansas City. That's a Sunday game. Game next year. I mean, what's Cincinnati and the Chargers? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good game. Baltimore. I would do Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Flex that. That's what you should do. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Flex that to Monday. Put Dallas in the new one.
Well, I don't think you can flex Monday night games because those are already solidified. I know, like Sunday night one, you can.
I know. I'm just saying you can. I know you can. I'm just saying. No one wants to see Dallas. Oh, speaking of son of a Dallas Cowboys, y'all are a son of a biscuit eating trash bulldog. I mean, appreciate you being here to get like the rest. You very much fly. But yeah, that was another one yesterday. What else was another
Trash.
Son of a trash moment. Right.
I'm trying to think, man. I can't really think of that many, but hey, man, we're just giving y'all a little taste of what this episode is going to be. It's something new that we thought about. Give y'all some incitement, some enjoyment out there. We will come better than ever next week.
we try to This is off the dome. We spitfire, we improv right now. We freestyle. We need to do better though.
Yep. But then let's just get to it, man. Like the very last segment out there, buy, sell, and hold players with an easy fantasy playoff schedule. And pretty much, man, we've been talking about this throughout the whole segment. There's a lot of players out there. Are there any? Now, we didn't bring this up. Are there any defense for the people that are doing defensive leagues? Are there any defense that have some nice easy schedules out there? Any defensive is, I said defense.
So I immediately went to the Chargers. They have
okay.
Week 7. They have the Patriots. That'd be a good one. The Broncos could be, and then they have the Buccaneers in week 15. So 15, 16, and 17. Buccaneers, Broncos, and Patriots. Definitely Patriots in week 17. If they make it, I think Chargers might be number defense. The Chargers, right now,
they might be.
I heard that the Chargers are. And that should tell you a lot. They had essentially the same players. That's how trash. That's how son of a garbage that Brand Staley is or was. So, Chargers defense. Who else you got?
I was gonna say the Kansas City Chiefs. I think I like their schedule in week 15, but when it comes to week 16 and 17, that's when I'm like a little bit shaky. But man, it's hard, man, trying to determine. Like, there's some defense out there that you think that will end up being good because they got a good schedule, but then they end up, and we already know what that is, shit in the bag.
Right.
Because they what? They trash.
Tell me about Bubba Dub. It's garbage.
How much to Bubba Dub, man, in his trash segment? Man, might be thinking about like the Colts, man. Colts maybe. Colts defense
or somebody playing against the Colts.
The Colts defense, they have Tennessee in week 16, and then they have the Giants week 17.
Do they have a good defense though now?
Yeah, decent.
Okay.
But then you also got them Bengals who got the Cleveland Browns week 16, and then they also have the Denver Broncos in week 17. So it's kind of like a
their defense is garbage. So I don't know if they can even stop anybody. You damn sure can't stop Lamar, which I don't know many people who can, but this needed one stop, and they couldn't get one in the end. One stop. That's why they went for it on two, because the defense couldn't stop Lamar.
What about Buffalo? What are your thoughts about Buffalo's defense?
But they're a pretty good defense.
They go against the Patriots and then the Jets.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be real good for them. Divisional too.
Yep.
The line, if you can get through week 15, 16, 17 is favorable. Agreed. They be playing for seeding too. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and they building up a tough. They got the Chiefs this week, the 49ers, the Rams, the Lions. That's 4 straight games, and then they got the Patriots and Jets. They're back at the Patriots. Ooh,
They got
they
the
stretch.
they got that juggernaut dog.
And they won 1, 2, 3. They won 5 in a row too. Ooh. Ooh. And Keon Coleman, he's out.
Yep, they already ruled him out.
Okay.
But yeah, man. That's a nice little quick little podcast episode for y'all.
Episode 69 in the books.
Episode 69 in the building. I guess we just gonna shovel this off like we normally what we do. We had in the building, we had some strategy focus, late season surges, targeting players who thrive in November and December. Then fantasy question of the week: who are the players that will win you a dynasty championship? Then we also went into the book of CGP news, giving you updates on some of the news out there that we are happy and glad to see that the injuries are starting to go down. Then we also broke it down for you for the buy, sell, and hold. But before that, we had a little segment a little pre-son of a segment, but we might come up with a better name next week, man. We'll let you know, man. Stay tuned. A different title, different video. Still out there playing homage to Bubba Dub. Got that from the co-host. Didn't know who the world that was until he said something about it, and I see why. I see why it's funny. But then the very last segment that we just had was just buy, sell, and hold, like players. But we didn't do players. We just did defenses for people out there that are single QB leagues that actually play defenses. But yeah, man, don't kick it back over to Mr. K Camp. Any last words, man?
Hey, we thank y'all for coming out. We thank you for listening to us. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. Spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.
Because what we be saying, man, we like to zig when other people zag. Man, we got a segment that we're gonna call trash.
Now we might have to change the name. Yeah, right? Now we might have to change the name because Bubba Dub, we know this is we kind of borrowed this from you. We're not gonna trademark it. It's yours. But we might have to come up with something more clever. But until we come up with that, trash. Now we might have to change the name. Yeah, right? Now we might have to change the name because Bubba Dub, we know this is we kind of borrowed this from you. We're not gonna trademark it. It's yours. But we might have to come up with something more clever. But until we come up with that, I hope you allow us to borrow this. It's we're paying homage to you. If anything.
Yeah, what he just said.
What he said.
So son of a just like what's the name? From what's the guy's Key and Peele? Whenever he was doing like the roll call.
Oh, everybody come up with the different names?
Yep. He was coming up with like, oh, D Nice. What's D Nice? No, it's Denise. No, it's D Nice. It's D Nice.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. We're gonna call this "Son of a" segment.
I want to hear what the whole is. Stupid. It's right there, though. No, that's not going to be right. Say kill yourself. Carter said KYX, kill yourself. It's not,
Now we can't be saying that now, dog.
Right.
We can't be saying that.
I said it in jest, but you're right. Bury yourself, dig a hole.
Oh, if we do that, then we could use now. It'll be kind of corny, but holes.
Dig it.
You remember the Holes movies? Digging up them holes, digging up.
I can't remember the name of the whole movies. What you talking about? But I don't. Man, I'm gonna need a week or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to come up with some dope. Something I gotta think of something hip hopish though, because I know something hip hopish would be dope for it.
All right, let me see if I
don't
can.
know. We should say this is working title. I don't know, working segment. We don't have a title. We just
I already got it, man. Well, this one. Hey, check out that up on IG. IG, but on what's the name?
He said son of a what? He said son of a B, right?
Yeah, but we can just call it son of a.
Son of a. Okay.
And then like we let everybody else fill in the word. They'll be like, man, have you ever had that moment whenever you was watching football and then they just made you feel like son of a. And then, hey, man, whatever word y'all want to put in there, y'all put in that word, man. Son of a biscuit. Because you got to keep it clean for some of the other people.
Gotta keep it clean, bro sticks.
But yeah, I'll cut whatever we had out from, and then I'll start it off right here.
Okay.